Yes, Patrick, how can I help you? Hello there. Hi, everybody. Did you hear that? No, you didn't. My noise gate is too good for you to hear that. Anyway, what you didn't hear was me opening the Pepsi Twist. It's just your hello face. That is so not true. I'm a bad influence. Hey, happy welcome in. What's wrong with you, Happy? The heck? How are you doing, Happy? Did you start gaming? Now you have time to game. Or did you say for a few months? Everything is wrong with you? Ain't that? Heck. Green apple cocktail. That is so not like Pepsi Twist. The heck? But enjoy, if you like. Hey, what do you even mean green apple cocktail? What else is in there? Since it's a cocktail. Some vodka, gin, whiskey. Some suika. Everything is wrong with me. Wow, Patrick. Just wow. Rum. There we go. And blue curacao. I have no idea what that is. I've heard about it, but I don't know what that is. Anyway, whatever. If you enjoy it, then, I mean, if you like it, enjoy it. If you enjoy it, enjoy it. You know what I mean. I'll stick to my Pepsi Twist. You got too quick into this bullying habit, Patri. Way too quick. It's usually not this quick with new people. What the actual heck? You're a net. What? You know what? I'm not even gonna say anything. Let's just play the game. If you die, you can only continue with a new captain. Legacy campaign. Merciful campaign can reload or continue with a new captain. Reload with a new... I don't know how you die or what's happening. What the heck? Fuck it. Let's go with the legacy campaign. If we die, we die. Ooh, wait. There's a... Huh? There's layers and upon layers of difficulties, I guess. Aiming assist. Weapons or no. Enemy projectile speed, standard. Supply consumption, standard. Fuel and supplies are consumed at default rate. Whatever, sure, bless you. Don't forget to dodge. Dodging is crucial. Log of Her Majesty Locomotive, the Orphean, March 14, 1905. Our expedition to the domains of the dead has been eventful. The Orphean is damaged and in grievous need of repairs and supplies. We are returning in haste to the Reach, where I hope to make port at New Winchester. May God be with us and something. And final something. Why the fuck does it have to be so quick? What the heck? Thrust, brake, turn left, right. Looking at that. Oh, jeez. Dock. The Blue Kingdom Transit Relay. This is the transit relay to and from the Blue Kingdom, a distant region of heaven. Heaven is still ruled by a sun. Few travel there. It is unwelcoming and uncanny. Thanks to the lack of traffic, many London officials consider this a cushy post. Those stationed here are in good favor with the department. Recall your recent arrival through the relay and the frantic flight that preceded it. Remain in the Reach. You turn your engine around. You have business here yet. Oh, I'm supposed to choose? I guess so. I don't know, I'm staying. No, I guess. Staying put. You put the edifice behind you and head back towards the knotted, overgrown tangles of the Reach. Occasionally stars peek through gaps in the celestial undergrowth. Onwards! Guess. Doc? Okay. So we can come back. Alright. Try not to die. I'm gonna try. I can't promise anything. I don't even know what the heck is this game. We have returned to the Reach, an untamed sunless span of the heavens. London's new frontier, celestial garden run wild. March the 15th, 1905. Dodge Q&E. Am I dodging? I don't like this. March 15th, 1905. Your journey back from the Blue Kingdom was tumultuous. Your locomotive is damaged and Captain Whitlock badly wounded. Uh-oh. March 16th. As first officer, the crew look to you. The nearest station is New Winchester. Can you get the Orphean there safely? Oh, we have cruise control. Is that C? Yeah, C. It's not that badly damaged. We're half health. Much of the relief of your stalkers You find a barrel of fuel among the detritus, whatever, blah blah blah, that thing. Oh look, the Ozymandias. The wreck of the Ozymandias. The wreck hangs in the sky, fogged with recent gunfire. You and the boarding party don your sky suits, garments of waxed canvas lined with felt to protect against the cold of the sky. Two of the crew are whispering as they dress. What business did Captain Whitlock have in the Blue Kingdom anyway? Why the devil did we trespass on the districts of the dead? You silence him. Now's not the time. Leap across the wreck. The gap between the two engines isn't wide, but the endless fathoms of heaven gape beneath it. Leading the way, you jump. Your stomach lurches with vertigo as the stars blaze above you and below. The air of the heavens is thin and torn by unpredictable winds. Then your boots hit the running board of the Ozymandias, and your leather-gloved hands fumble for a hold. One of your companions throws you a line, and you lash the two engines together. Only then do the rest of the boarding party follow you. One of them forces open an exterior hatch, and you clamber inside. Your interior is cold, unlit, and whistles with wind. Your party's lamps spread buttery light over the narrow paneled passages. Phew, I cannot read. You make your way towards the hold, stepping over bodies crumpled in the corridor. Unfortunately, your way is blocked. The bulkhead has been mangled inward by a well-aimed barrage. Clear the obstruction away, or lead your party on a more precarious path. Clearing the obstruction away, you'll locate a length of pipe to use as a pry bar and set to work. This will test your iron skill. Iron is the skill of confronting and overcoming. Lead your party on more precarious path, pull back out onto the Ozymandias hull, climb past the blockage, and enter through a window on the far side, and do so carefully. Veils is the skill of deceiving and evading. Okay, let's do that. Failure. Oh, nice. A memory. The rest of the boarding party follow you without enthusiasm. You recall the first time you climbed outside an engine, helping the captain fix a leak in an exterior pipe. The wind had shrieked, buffeting at you. You asked the captain what would happen if you slipped. You fall, she answered tersely. But where to? You asked. She looked down, then up, then back. The sky's depths spiraled all about you. Away, she said, and you heard her fear. Back in the present, you tumble back into the Ozymandias through a shattered window. Your party spill in after you, teeth chattering, eyes wide with that familiar terror. You've gained 2 terror. New total 11. What is terror? Anyway. You have reached the Ozymandias hold, a ruin of smashed cargo and spilled supplies. Hopefully somewhere amidst the detritus, you can find parts to repair the Orphean and restock your stores. Conduct a thorough search. Your companions work quickly. The Ozymandias' hull has begun to creak. Your actions on board may have compromised its integrity. Renewed. You find enough food and gear to restock your supplies and enough spare parts to make necessary repairs to the Orphean. The food will need to be thoroughly thawed, of course, but you've eaten worse in the skies. Oh no, cries one of your party, prying the lid off a long crate. It holds a cannon still nestled in straw. Another crewman pulls a battered bird cage from a pile of ruined cargo. Within the cage, something winged and furred opens a sullen eye. You examine your finds. For supplies, 15 hull, new total 30. The Osmandias emits a long, juddering creak. Your boarding party exchange nervous glances. From the chaos of its hold, you have retrieved repairs and supplies and discovered some useful equipment. A gun that could be mounted on your locomotive, and an educated bat. What the fuck? Found the Jerusalem cannon on the Orphean. Her own weapons were damaged during your flight from the Blue Kingdom. That leaves you vulnerable. You can claim both this and the bat. Okay, cool. Liberate a diffident bat and employ it as a scout. The heavens are wide, so locomotives use scouts, like bats, to locate things of interest. Ports, resources, wrecks, like this one to scavenge. You can claim both. Okay. Eyes in the sky. The bat treats its rescue as an inconvenience and immediately begins haggling over pay. You offer to put it back in its damn cage and leave it on the Osmandias, at which point it becomes more polite. You doubt it will last. Alright. Yes, blah, 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 blah. Okay, Jerusalem. Fire and Fury. Fire and Fury. The Cathedral and Heather Sage Jerusalem fires single shells to a good range, more or less accurately. You order 2 of your party to get it back to your vessel and fit it immediately. The Osmandias groans again. The structure shudders spasmodically. That way. Okay, Jerusalem is installed, I guess. Emits along, blah blah blah. Same shit. Press onto the engine room or return to the Orphean. Press onto the engine room. You might find more fuel there, but you had better hurry. Osmandias is beginning to tear apart. This is not without risk. Or return to the Orphean. It is too dangerous to stay. Let's press the engine room this time. The wreck of the Osmandias screeches as its metal buckles and tears. You press on through the shuddering corridors, searching frantically for the engine room. Send a smaller party ahead to retrieve fuel. It's foolish for all of you to go. Send your quickest and lightest to retrieve the fuel, while the rest of you return to the Orphean. Parts is the skill of convincing and enduring. Go yourself and conduct a hasty search. Send the rest of the boarding party back to the Orphean. Go on alone. Mirrors is the skill of investigating and deducing. Oh, we can still return. Need some room for those tongue twisters. They are not tongue twisters. Just that my tongue is twisted. Let's go ourselves. Failure, wonderful. What the fuck is wrong with this game? All I get is failure. Flight. The engine room is grey with spilled ash and littered with corpses. Little has it survived the Osmandias ruin. You search fruitlessly for coal, but linger too long. As the wreck is racked with final violent tremors, you race back to the Orphean. With a dying groan, the Osmandias splits in two, sending shards of splintered plating spinning into the sky. Several of them bite into the Orphean, mauling its hull. Stoking your engines, you steam away from the collapsing wreck. You are restocked, at least, and rearmed. And we lost 10 hull. Fucking great. A wreck drifts here, less fortunate even than you. We should scavenge her for repairs, a crewman suggests. But that's exactly what we did. To send out scout costs supplies. Then why would I do that? Fine. Where the fuck did it go? Did it go that? What the heck? Scouts. Your scout has discovered something. To see what it is, open your chart. Oh shit. I did not mean to do that. Tab. Chart. What did you discover? That's us. That's where we came from. And that's what the scout has discovered, which we have absolutely no idea what it is. Wait, it says that we should be able to go this way somewhere. Guess not yet. Summoned by Captain Whitlock. The walls of the captain's cabin are lined with a hodgepodge of curious from across the sky. I don't know, something. Captain Whitlock lies in bed. Black marks cover her skin like a monstrous brand. When she coughs, coils of acrid smoke pour from her lungs. Oh. Inquire after the captain's injuries. The locomotive's doctor attends her. His lips are tight. Approach the bedside. The captain opens her eyes as you draw near. She attempts to smile. Where after? The brand. A word of living fire pursued the Orphean across the Blue Kingdom. It caught you just before you passed through the transit relay to the Reach, and set its brand upon the captain. It's burned itself right through her, the doctor whispers. When I closed the worst of her wounds, I could see the sign is seared into her bones and her organs. Judging from her symptoms, it's on the inside of her lungs too. The captain leans to one side and vomits a plume of fire into a copper bowl. There is nothing the doctor can do. Approach the bedside. She attempts to smile. Her mouth is blistered from the blue fires that dance on her tongue. Her hand grips your arm. Her skin is hot as a kettle. Made arrangements. The Orphean will be yours. Her voice is just a rasp of burned meat breath. But promise, she breaks off to scream a word in a language that was not made for human mouths. When she resumes speaking English, she is weaker. Her request little more than a gasp. Promise me one last service. Promise. Promise her you will obey her last command. Whatever it is, you'll see it done. Make no promise. Tell her to rest. She will need her strength. There is a hospital at New Winchester. They can help her. Pull away. What if her condition is contagious? Demand to know why she took the Orphean to the Blue Kingdom. It was folly to visit one of the lands of the dead. Now you are all paying the price. Fine, let's promise. He sinks back, released. Relieved, sorry. All in my will, she gasps. Be a better. She breaks off as the sigils burned into her bones flare, glowing cherry red through her flesh and skin. Better captain than I. The effort exhausts her. She sinks back into the scorched pillows and the twisting, frantic fever. Take your leave. You have an engine to command. Other business. You leave the cabin and scorched stink of its air behind, and return to the bridge. New Winchester is further than you'd like, and the captain hasn't long left. Onwards. That is not... Oop, not behind. Wait, does that use... Oh shit. Marauder. Oops. I think I might have hit it. They're not shooting back. The fuck? The Reach Marauder is defeated. You prepare to board a buckload of wreckage, poised to plunder the plunderers. Behind you, someone is humming a song of victory. Raid the remains, strip it for repairs. Marauders pillage homesteads and hunt travelers all across the Reach. They often carry stolen valuables. Does that mean supplies? Strip it for repairs, scavenge the marauders, plating and components to repair the damaged Orphean. Let's raid it. Ah, shit. Got gains. Your boarding party returns with wallets and watches, cufflinks, lockets, and keepsakes. You store them in the safe to be pawned when, if you make it back to port. Well, that was kind of useless. I'm not gonna shoot anymore because it looks like it is using up supplies, I think. I don't think this is the way that we should be going. Nevertheless, this is the way we're going. Son of a... The heck was that? The Kantankeri placated. The Kantankeri are lumbering, have fossilized isopods that will attack anything they disapprove of. Given that they are very ancient and murderously grumpy, that means almost everything. The largest chunk of the Kantankeri still lives. They can be slow to die, stubbornness perhaps, or the sluggish journey of signals along their calcified nerves. Listen to its last complaint. Its parting grumble is bitter and mournful. Your crew share tales of the Kantankeri to distract them from the noise. Gain experience, a sky story, and hear tales of the Kantankeri. Prize precious stones from its carapace. Sometimes clusters of jasper, tourmaline, or agate can be found embedded in the calcified plates. Leave the beast untouched. You have presumably less unpleasant concerns to attend to. Deploy your canning equipment. Enough remains of the creature to extract several meals of tasteless mush, which we cannot do. And drill for scraps of digestible meat. I cannot do that either. There's eating on a Kantankeri if you have more patience than taste. This will not nourish you, but it will delay starvation if you are desperate enough. You may only choose this if you are currently starving. Okay, we are not starving. At least I guess that's the supplies. And we're not. So, let's listen. The Swan Song. The Kantankeri grumbles sound like grinding millstones. They hate new things, one of your crew suggests. That's why they attack engines. The grizzled stoker snorts. Everything's new to them. Their world died before ours was even born. You now have 50 more experience and 1 sky story. Cool. Maybe Bancroft's Forum. Oh, what was that? It said something else as well. Gabriel's Archive. It should be going that way. Times. We'll watch this back. It better be good. Oh.
Bulan face paw, Bulan face paw, Bulan face paw.
What the heck, Patrick? Alright, go and grab the game yourself. It's free right now for the entire week until next Thursday. Then you can play it yourself. And also, thank you very much for that sub, Patrick. I appreciate it. 2 months in a row. But yeah, thank you very much for coming in, Patrick. You have a good one there. Thank you once again for that sub. Skyfarers exposed to the haunting light of the stars are prone to sudden obsessions and erratic behavior. An irregularity in the galley. The table is neatly laid, but the plates are glued in place and the cutlery nailed down. The culprit is quickly discovered when she tries to nail the chief engineer's head to the chief engineer's head. What the heck? Everything has its place, she explains when she's dragged before you. Confine them to quarters where they can do no harm. Send them back to work. Keep their hands and their head busy. Herds gives you a 15% chance of success. That is not too much. Issue an additional ration of brandy to the crew. Perhaps you can facilitate your crew's members' return to sensibility. Let's do that for now. Strangers in the night. That evening, your engine is loud with song and laughter. The sky shanties are perhaps a little lubricated. The humor laced with a touch of mania. But for now, the fears of the sky are forgotten. A passing cantankary rumbles through the cold night. It dots at the bright, glaring warmth of your windows. It flicks a disapproving antenna at the noise and the hour. When you have passed it by, it is glad to have the quiet and cold of the sky back. Lost on supplies, your terror has fallen. Good. Okay, fuck this, and let's go to that whatever Scout found. Which was this way. I say to go back because we are quite low on supplies. Especially now that we used one up. Wispy condensation trails across the sky, the ghosts of passing trains. When you port, the crew are relieved to see land, perhaps unwisely. New Winchester. 512 experience. Arrival at New Winchester. You coast into the bustle, the din, the soot, and the steam of Wolvesey Station. Wolvesey? I guess. It is clogged with other engines, crappy mining locomotives from Lustrum Way, weathered explorers gleaming with frost, sleek company vessels with bright brass fittings. No sooner have you pulled into the siding than a brusque station master bustles over. He requests to come aboard. I must speak with your captain, he insists, brandishing a ledger. The usual formalities. Look to the Orphean's doctor. He has just appeared at your shoulder. His face is solemn. His head is in his hands. He lowers his eyes. Yo, she dead. The passing. The crew exchange bleak, wordless looks. The Orphean itself feels suddenly more empty. The station master looks confused. You inform him that unfortunately Captain Whitlock has just passed. Ah, he says, neutrally. Sorry to hear that. Very sad. Very sad. He waits for what he considers an appropriate minute and a half before continuing. Alas, even amidst tragedy, the cogs of bureaucracy must turn. If Captain Whitlock is deceased, the station authority requires their answers from the first officer. He dons a set of spectacles and locates his pen. It will be relatively painless. Name, background, purpose of visit, etc. Shall we begin? Hey, DC. Welcome in. Oh, great, your captain. Today, London lies between the stars. Her new empire unfolds across the heavens. But 10 years ago, before the Northern Gate was opened, before the renewed Empress led her people into the skies, it lay in a vast cavern far beneath the earth. Deep, dark, marvelous. Who were you then? How are you doing, DC? A street urchin. No parents, no laws, no masters. But also no roof over your head, no money, and often no dinner. Freedom comes at a price. You will begin with high veils, the skill of evading and deceiving. Or a soldier. Yours was not to reason why, yours was but to do and die. You will begin with high iron, the skill of confronting and overcoming. A poet, the pen, the ink, the blank monstrous page. You will begin with high hearts, the skill of convincing and enduring. An academic. Oh geez, there are a lot of them. Okay. Okay, you're at work. Okay, today is Thursday. Okay, yes, that's why you're at work. I told you, you're always at work. It feels like you're always at work. An academic, a student of the science, the arts, of philosophy. You will begin with high mirrors, the skill of investigating and deducing. A priest, hymns and hymnals, Sundays and sermons. You will begin with high hearts, the skill of convincing and enduring. A sailor, you roved the mournful, merciless waters of the Untersee. You will begin with high iron, the skill of confronting and overcoming. A ministry auditor. For a time, you served at the Ministry of Public Decency, which has become Her Majesty's preferred instrument. A mirror, which is investigating and deducing, or a revolutionary. The world is broken. One way for the rich, another for the poor. You decided to do something about it. High veils, evading and deceiving. We will do evading and deceiving, but we're gonna be a street urchin. Or well, we used to be a street urchin. Okay, you were a street urchin. You raced barefoot across the chimneyed rooftops. You stole wigs, wallets, and purses. You made offerings to forgotten gods. The urchins of old London organized into gangs. Which did you belong to? The Knotted Socks, the Fisher Kings, or the Regiment? Let's see. The Knotted Socks, a close-knit band that occupied a haunted rookery in the worst part of the city. Increases your hearts, the skill of convincing and enduring, and affiliates you with villainy. With villainy? What the heck? The Fisher Kings. Every Fisher King bears an old wound. Every Fisher King talks to the wind. Every Fisher King knows things they should not know. Increases your mirrors and affiliates you with villainy. Okay, never mind. All three of them affiliate you with villainy. The heck? The Regiment. The most militaristic of the gangs, in their blue jackets and bright buttons. You attain the rank of corporal. Increases your iron. Okay, let's do the Fisher Kings. Yeah, geez. Choose an ambition. What does winning mean to you? Wealth, fame, or the truth? Wealth. You want a comfortable retirement, and by comfortable you mean extravagant. Many have made their fortunes out among the stars. Many more have failed, broken, and lost in the drifting night. Will you be different? To win, gather a substantial retirement fund, acquiring a lodging at the hub port, and retire. Lodgings. Fame. You will immortalize your exploits in the song of the sky. For centuries, people have launched themselves into the unknown in the hope of making a name for themselves. You're sure you'll succeed. After all, you never heard of anyone who didn't. What the fuck? Gather stories of your exploits and write about them in New Winchester. Or the truth. Even the stars have secrets, but they won't keep them from you. A message from an old friend begins an unwise quest to learn a secret that the stars hide. What drives you? Curiosity? Justice? Insolence? Whatever it is, it will be tested. Be warned, this is a demanding ambition, best played by a lineage that has already completed wealth or fame. Okay, so we probably shouldn't choose the truth in that case. Let's do fame. Alright, appearance. Jeez, how many hair types are there? Okay, 5. Brow. Oh. The heck? That is actually like Sunless or whatever, something, some kind of glasses. Let's go with that. So let's see about a hat. 3, I think that's gonna be. Nose. Jeez. Chin. Yep. He has a thing. Mustache. He has a beard. Two is gonna be 2. Or 4? Nah, 2. There we go. Outfit. Right. Term of address. This will determine what people call your captain. But your captain's gender is up to you. Doctor, professor, officer, archivist, principal, administrator, secretary, intendant, nurse, comrade, brother, sister, reverend, madame, sir, citizen, captain, my lord, my lady, what the heck? Specialist. I guess we can stay specialist. Name. It's gonna be Os, of course. And I guess we're good to go. There was another outfit that this one. Okay, let's go with this one. Continue. There we go. So, origin. You were a street urchin. You raced barefoot across the chimneys, rooftops. You stole wigs, wallets, and purses. You made offerings to forgotten gods. The urchins of old London organized into gangs. Which did you belong to? The Fisher Kings. If the urchins had priests, they do not. Those priests would have been the Fisher Kings. They are not. The fuck? You were one such rooftop seer, and you have not lost your sharp-sightedness, nor your quick mind. Sometimes you still dream of old forgotten thunder. Ambition, fame. For centuries, people have launched themselves into the unknown in the hope of making a name for themselves. You're sure you'll succeed. After all, you never heard of anyone who didn't. Alright, blah blah blah, woof woof, starting stats 10, 10, 17, 25. Start game. The reading of the will. 3 weeks have passed. This morning, Captain Whitlock received a simple memorial service. Her body was consigned to a necropolis train-bound for the serene mausoleum. Now you sit with a handful of her relatives in the threadbare offices of her solicitors. A methodical notary is reading the will. The captain was wealthy once, but squandered her capital on mysterious expenses before her expedition to the Blue Kingdom. Supplies. You're low on supplies. Once you run out, your crew will begin to starve. You can buy more at most ports. To check if ports sell supplies, selected on the chart. Hull damage. Your hull is a little worse for wear. Try to repair it soon. You can do this for a small fee at New Winchester and certain other ports, or sometimes by salvaging from the wrecks of your opponents. Provisioning. Before you leave Winchester, it may be prudent to buy more supplies. You can buy them at the Victoria Market. To visit the market, select it from the menu that appears to the left of the main panel. Here you can swap between shops and stories. Scouts. Your scout has discovered something. You see what it is, open your chart. Listen to the end. Captain's relatives, from whom she was mostly estranged, are clearly wondering why you are here. I think everybody is. In a final codicil, I have no idea what that is, the notary announces, Captain Whitlock confirmed that possession of the Orphean was to pass to its first officer. He peers at you with dry gray eyes. This includes a certain black box contained in the Orphean's hold. Captain Whitlock's final request was that, at a time of your choosing, you transport said box to an address in London. He hands you an address card, and deposit it there. You are not to look inside. She gave no explanation. And that's it. You're captain now. The Orphean is yours. Alright. Captain Whitlock's legacy. You can investigate the black box at the New Winchester. You could take the box to London as requested, or you could sell it and be done. You have been... what? Bequeathed? What? Okay, you've been be something good. A large black box, which once belonged to Captain Whitlock. Okay, so they basically gave it to you. Why don't you just say that? What the fuck? 100 sovereigns. You do total 140. Cool. Oh, jeez. Walvisay Station, the clamoring central station of New Winchester, a place of steam and smut and thundering iron. Here you can find people willing to pay for a skilled captain's service. Hey there, Jet, welcome in. Yes, I am a captain now. Okay, explore the city, recruit the incautious driver, an opportunity, the fastidious inspector, investigate the black box, Captain Whitlock left it to you in the hold of the Orphean. Okay. Follow your ambition, the song of the sky. The song of the sky looms in your mind, an unfinished monument. Repair your locomotive, hire on crew. Okay, repair first. The engineers at the Walvisay yards claim they can repair anything, whether the damage was caused by an unfortunate collision, a point-blank salvo, or the charge of a crotchety cantankerry. They'll fix it. Fully repair your hull. 42, okay. Probably that. Have your hull partially repaired. Patch job will keep you flying for now. Go, yeah, fully repair for it. Appearance, your hull quality is now 30. Alright, cool. Next. Go elsewhere. Smoggy clanking, singing, stamping, thronging, frantic horde of the Reach. An ever-expanding port of soot-smudged glass and bright steel, spilling across a drifting, mist-wrapped archipelago. Its factories thunder, its engine sheds ring with hammers and hiss with steam. Locomotives chuck into sidings for repair, or flare across the sky and away into the high wilderness. Doing okay, what about you, Jet? I don't know, so we just started, it's been an hour already. Well, we didn't do much in an hour, I can tell you that much. It's okay. It is definitely a story game. More of a story game. You know? Okay. An opportunity to learn about trading. Successful skyfarers fund their expeditions by dabbling in trade. Inquire whether there are any good trading opportunities available. Which unlocked when you do not have a trading opportunity. Okay. Visit the Promise of Days, a club where seasoned captains gather to trade stories and share advice with younger skyfarers. Inquire about the Winchester War. What was the war? Okay, learn about trading, I guess. On the Battle Trail, a poster at the station advises you to visit the nearby pub, the Promise of Days, and talk to the seasoned captains there. They keep their ears to the ground. They'll know about an opportunity or two. Visiting the Promise of Days is one of the options when exploring the city. Trading opportunities, okay. Let's visit the Promise of Days. Old pistons gleam on the walls. The shelves are crowded with mementos from across the sky. The clientele raise their voices to be heard above the comforting clamor of the adjacent engine yards. You may find helpful advice here. Introduce yourself to the seasoned captains. They're always happy to offer words of advice, sometimes many words. The fuck? You have yet to make their acquaintance. Ask them to make your fortune through a trade. Okay, let's introduce. Instructions. Four are gathered at their usual table: the masked citizen, a libertine polymath, and pioneer of the neo-nocturnal artistic school. The bedeviled didact, whatever, that the scholar haunted by his discoveries. The plucky baroness, explorer, collector, philatelist, and a spatchcocker mag who hunts monsters. Okay. Of course, everything out here is jolly dangerous, says the baroness. Few risk the skies, so news of distant ports is valuable. Collect port reports from the places you visit and deliver them to Victory Hall or Company House. The more you turn in at once, the more they'll pay. Look for other opportunities on the way, advises the masked citizen. Passengers who want transport, rich men in need of bloody work, etc. Alright. Ask them how to make your fortune through trade. Between them, they've carried Navaritan gemstones from Eleutheria, souls to the Blue Kingdom, and raw hours to London. Have they tips? Learn about trade and how to find bargains and prospects. Okay. The didact says, fiddling with his innumerable talismans. An essential topic. Max slides you a stool and the captains shuffle around to make room. The masked citizen buys you a drink of their own invention. It is violet and foggy. The plucky baroness gives you a brisk, encouraging grin. Ask away. Ask about markets, ask about prospects. Oh shit, okay. Trading opportunity, ask them if they know of a good prospect available. Ask them about bargains. Ask how to expand those prospects and bargains available to you. Change the subject, bid them goodbye. Alright, ask about the markets. Fundamentals. You can sell practically anything at a big trade hub, like New Winchester, the baroness answers. If you want to buy, though, you'll need to travel to more distant ports. Each specializes in a particular export. Max spits chewing tobacco onto the floor. No money in buying at market prices and selling at them too, though. You want to look for bargains, or prospects of people offering better money. Buy cheap, sell dear. You can sell, not buy any trade good at major port. Lesser ports each sell a single good. You can see what a port exports by selecting it on your chart. You still alive, Jet? Hello? Alright, we inquire about markets, about prospects. Where might you learn of these opportunities? The masked citizen sips their drink. The biggest port in each region has a bazaar where captains do business. There you'll learn of people at other ports prepared to pay over the odds for a commodity. When you accept the commission for a prospect, it's yours. No other captain will pursue it. It's all fantastically civilized. Their smile is droll. You'll have to source the goods yourself, of course, says the bedeviled didact. Find a port that exports them. The client will want a certain amount. You can supply some or all of it. But if you provide all they need, they may furnish you with an additional reward. Ooh. Accept prospects in the bazaars at major ports. You can accept up to 4 at once. You may review and abandon them on the locomotive screen. Alright, prospects. Bargains. Spitchcocker Mag whips beer foam from her lip. Nowhere this busy. Deals are snapped up too fast here. Visit the bazaars at quieter ports. Can find all sorts. Limited supply, mind. A bargain won't hang about forever, though. Burns confides, steadfastly ignoring Mac's manners. You don't hang about. If you've space in your hold, snap them up. You can always sell them at a major port for an adequate return. Find bargains at any minor port's bazaar. Bargains have finite supply and duration. Ask how to expand the prospects and bargains available to you. Okay, wait. Trading opportunity. Ask them if they know of a good prospect available. In point of fact, I do, says the masked citizen, tapping an elegant finger on their elegant glass. The host at Magdalene's needs an urgent delivery of seeds, paying a pretty penny too. If I were you, I'd get to the bazaar straight away, put my mark against it. Mac grunts. Broker in Port Avon is selling cheap seeds. Chirpy chap, God knows why. His face looks like it's been pushed through a mangle. An opportunity. Port Avon lies to the south-southeast of New Winchester, and Magdalene's lies to the west of New Winchester. Accept this prospect from the bazaar if you haven't already, then buy seeds from the bazaar in Port Avon and sell them to Magdalene's. Sure. With bazaar using the area listed on the left and accept the seeds to Magdalene. Oh, jeez, okay. We got that. How to expand. To put this delicately, is there perhaps a way that a resourceful captain could prejudice circumstances in their favor? Learn about affiliations and the opportunities they present. Nepotism. Maglaths. A noise like a sneeze crossed with a ricochet. It ain't who you is. It's who you know, and it. Nepotism. She taps her broken nose. Quite, the masked citizen remarks. The wider your circles, the more advantages the opportunities that will present themselves. A wise captain makes the most of them. As your captain increases in level, your affiliations increase. Academe, Bohemia, Establishment, and Villainy. They will unlock new, more rewarding bargains and prospects. Affiliations allow your next captain to inherit certain resources should the unthinkable happen. Okay. Alright, we pretty much asked about everything. Is there any other trading opportunity? These are of seeds. Okay, yeah. So that's the seeds thing. Change the subject. Was there something else? No, that was it. Investigate the black box. Captain Whitlock left it to you in the hold of the Orphean. Your will described it only as a black box, a description you consider to be an unhelpful understatement. It is a casket of black basalt, longer than you are tall, unadorned with a single small recess that contains a keyhole. The thing must weigh most of a ton. It stands upright in a corner of the hold, where the crew have pushed it out of the way. Consider what to do with it. The Whitlock has a specific request. Whether you obey it is up to you. Try to remember when Captain Whitlock acquired the box. That is the subject of speculation among the crew. Examine the box. It has the dimensions of a sarcophagus, plundered from the tomb of some forgotten prince of Egypt. Saw the box as curiosity. Without saying what's inside, you won't get much for the box, but at the least you'll get it off your hands. Higher your affiliation, the better price you will receive. Okay. Consult with an academic. Find someone who could open it from among your villainous associates. Pick the lock yourself. Detonate the lock with a modest explosion. Oh, okay. Examine. Closed fast. There are no carvings or inscriptions on it. The joint where the lid meets the body is too thin to admit even a knife blade. There are no holes by which light or air might find their way in. It is impossible to see inside without opening it. Even the keyhole has been engineered in such a way as to prevent peeking. The recess with the keyhole, though, as far as you can determine, that is a more recent addition to the box. The stone has been drilled and chiseled away to create space for modern metal lock. Alright. Try to remember when Captain Whitlock acquired the box. Captain Whitlock had it brought on board just before your ill-fated expedition to the Blue Kingdom. It was empty then, you know, because you saw the lid and the box carried on board separately and assembled in the hold. It's not empty now, it is sealed and even heavier than before. But you left for the Blue Kingdom shortly after the box was delivered and made no stops on the way. So whatever is inside the box now, Captain Whitlock found in the Blue Kingdom. Okay. Consider what to do with it. Decisions. The last request of Captain Amelia Whitlock was for the box to be transported to a specific address in London. Alternatively, you could perhaps find someone willing to purchase it as a curiosity. And if you knew what was inside, you might be able to command a higher price. Yeah, okay. Perhaps not. There we go. Explore the city. Inquire about the Winchester whir. How goes the whir? There's whir? The slow-burning whir for the Reach forms the backdrop to daily life in New Winchester. Citizens wishing to keep up with the developments in the whir turn to the New Gazette. It is famously the only newspaper worth reading in New Winchester, as well as the only paper that hasn't bankrupted itself. Its quality speaks for itself. Here you can read about the progress of the whir, check your reputation with the factions, and who currently controls the Reach. Read about the current political situation in the New Gazette. Careful analysis of the balance of power in the Reach. You'll learn who currently controls the Reach, okay? Search New Gazette for your name. Are they talking about you? What are they saying? You will learn about your reputation with the Hecates and the stovepipes. The fuck? Read about the latest news in the New Gazette. Thundering reports straight from the front lines. Learn about recent developments in the Winchester War. Alright, let's see first one. The lay of the land. The Assembly runs New Winchester from Victory Hall and seeks to strengthen its hand in the Reach. London's proxy, the Windward Company, however, maintain a considerable presence in the Reach. Although New Winchester is still neutral ground, tensions are mounting within and without the ports. Alright, search for your name. One's reputation. Your name does not appear in any of the Takati-focused reporting on the war. Apparently you are not considered worthy of comment. There's no mention of you among the stories about the Stovepipe's recent fortunes. You are not of interest to them. Alrighty then. Hey there, Lone Wolf. Welcome in. I don't know. It is? I don't know. Lots of reading. Lots and lots of reading, I can tell that much. How are you doing? An opportunity, the fastidious inspector. What the heck is this? Excuse me, Captain. A woman pushes through the crowds toward you. She's short and square-shouldered in a neat black suit and polished shoes. She shows you the case of her pocket watch. It is embossed with the crown and hourglass of London Horological Office, the body responsible for ensuring time is consistent across the empire. I'm hoping to book passage to Port Prosper, she says, slipping the watch away. I can, of course, pay for her passage. Pay sounds promising. Yeah, sure, why not? A new passenger. Thank you. The locomotive I was on broke down following the boiler rupture. The chief engineer's fault, I suspect. Gentleman fonder of brandy than of diligence. Here, an initial sum to seal our bargain. Prosper lies to the northwest of New Winchester. Not that there is such a thing as north, south, east, or indeed west out here. Instead, London cartographers picked 4 of the brighter, more reliable stars visible from the Empress' new palace and named them north, east, south, and west. Londoners value familiarity. All right. You're transporting a fastidious inspector to Port Prosper. She gave us 50 sovereigns. Has joined your engine. Oh. So that's done 2. Got this new badge. I don't know why it looks cool. Okay. Where did you get it from? Ambition. The Song of the Sky. What's this? The Song of the Sky looms in your mind, an unfinished monument. Under your ambition, where to begin? Unlocked when ambition, the Song of the Sky is. Become the high wilderness' most venerated explorer and write the story that defines the era. Okay. Apparently it's from watching Elden Ring streams. Okay, see. Alright, I guess we're done here. Actually, no, we're not. We have to get some shit. We did repair, but we need more. Bazaar. Seeds for Magdalene's. Magdalene's provides comfort and sympathy to the weary skyfarer. Its hosts will tell you any lie you need to hear. Some of those lies require flowers. The amenable host wants up to 3 sacks of verdant seeds and will pay 80 sovereigns for each. 3 sacks? Hopefully we have enough. Magdalene's lies to the west of New Winchester. Select this prospect to claim it. Seed for Port Evan. Is this the same shit? Attention, the annual allotment competition looms on Port Evan. Up to the 3 sacks of verdant Seeds required urgently. Deliver to the vicar at the Nowhere Inn as soon as possible, if not before. Port Evan lies to the southeast of New Winchester. Can we get both? Named. Redundancies can be reliably purchased at Ibris or the Lead Beater and Stainrod Nature Reserve. Like that too. An opportunity. Settlers at the station speak of a harvest of sacks of verdant seeds. They're available at homesteads throughout the reach. Okay. You don't watch any Elder Ring streams? Maybe. However, that's still not... This is... No. Supplies, there we go. Holy crap. One of them is 40? Wait, is it one of them or... I don't know what we need. We have to buy some. Shit. This sucks. Holy crap. Oh no, we don't have any of these. I thought we had all of these. I think it is just one. That sucks. That is not cheap at all. Well, it's the engine yard. Oh. A lightly armored, aggressive engine of the Crown Misery Yards. Able to mount a heavy weapon, she packs more punch than other engines of her size. Oh wait, this is the ones that we can buy, I guess. 19,500, holy crap. What the heck? Okay, anyway. No, we have to, it's... Wait, we can't. We cannot. We have only 2 and the one that's already started, it's at 18%. So we have 1 and 18%. At least I think. Or 2 and 18%. Southeast, northwest, and I think there was something west. The hold. Your hold. This shows your current cargo and any prospects you've accepted. You can also change your locomotive's equipment here while in port, and jettison your unwanted cargo while in port or otherwise. Supplies. Oh wait, no, these are all of them. Okay, because we did read about the supplies. The fact that we are low on supplies. Yeah, so we have to get seeds. 3 more to complete this prospect. 3. Okay, so we need 6. Sky Story. Tale of the High Wilderness. You can acquire these from signal boxes and Star Madden Explorers. Passengers. Okay. Your train. Minimum safe manning number 6. There's a reckless to crew your locomotive with fewer than this. The inventory, your possessions. Anything that doesn't take up space in your hold, generally because it's small or entirely metaphysical, appears here. Your profile. Your profile. This records all aspects of your captain's abilities, accomplishments, and reputation. Associations, villainy. Associations among thieves, outcasts, and pirates. Events. Dominant in the Reach. Who rules this burdened domain? Fortune, Dacatees. The Dacatees strive to be free of the Empire. Stovepipes. Her Majesty longs to tighten the Empire's hold on the wilderness. The strength of the sun. Some say that the clockwork sun was brighter once, but they say it quietly and lie about it afterwards. Station. Your soul. Stained. Soul appears damaged, scorched. Reckless, dangerous, and fatally curious. The presiding Devlus. The Carillon Compendium. World. Overly willing to please, envious, ops, whatever is yes. Are those chunks in the soul? The presiding Devlus. Okay, whatever. I don't know what the heck these are. Journal. Your journal. This keeps track of your progress and any opportunities you're pursuing. Alright. Write your name across the skies. Become the High Wilderness' most venerated explorer. And write the story that defines the era. Okay. Rumored opportunities. Trading opportunity. Fastidious Inspector, the Orphean. This was completed. Cool, so that was the journal. Officers. Your officers. Use this tab while in port to appoint them or at any time to talk to or otherwise interact with them. First officer. No officer. What the fuck? How many? We have 8 people. Okay. Chart. We've been here. These are the options and the tutorial. Okay. All right. Well. Fuck it. Let's go. Yeah. Oops. That's not what I meant. The other one. Or. There was something south. Southeast. Is that Gabriel's archive? How far southeast? I think there was something here. Actually, no, I think it was the... The distant clamor of engine yards, an accretion of smog on the windows. Okay. If you say so. Distant nebula shines on this place, its light as mellow as melted butter. You prod your bat, it grudgingly admits finding something. Ooh, what did it find? Oh, there we go. Let's see about this. Looks like a grave. So... oh. These ruins predate humanity. Their architecture is gargantuan. Their purpose is inscrutable. Explore. Explore. Explore! The fuck? Are required? Never mind. Not gonna explore. I mean, we are going to explore eventually, but it's not even on the map. That's gonna be hard to explore like that. Or to remember that it's there. Today the sky is as cool and blue as ice in a glass. You have learned from your experiences, pasts and deeds. You've earned enough experience to increase your captain's level. Shit. A new port. The crew are eager to see what it has to offer. So anyway, stop it. Stop. Increase your captain's level. You can now choose a new past or deed via the facet screen. Alright. Discovering ports. You're approaching a newly discovered port. This has significantly reduced your terror. Crew are always thankful to find another place of relative safety in the skies, however strange or full of devils or covered in mushrooms. Nowhere in. Hey, this was one of them. Arriving at Port Evan. Yep, this is one of them. Behold, a ruin of giants. Gargantuan blocks jigsaw together and furred with moss and whispering with orchards. A bucolic village nestles amongst them. Smoke coils daintily from the chimneys. A leisurely game of cricket unfolds on the village green. A ramshackle dock juts into the sky beside a farmyard scattered with rusty locomotive parts, plating, piping, and a chugging motor with its innards exposed. Disembark. Sure. An oily-faced, black-haired girl waves your locomotive into position. Welcome to Port Evan, she calls as you disembark. A rich knot of scent greets you, leaves and wood smoke, enriched by an infrequent but pungent intrusion of goat. Port Evan welcomes new visitors, but your novelty will wear off the more time you spend there. When you visit in the future, you may need to bring something to keep them friendly. Your Port Evan welcome is now 3. Alright. Port Evan spills prettily across the sections of colossal drifting ruins. Its orchards bask in the evening light of a distant nebula. Exploring Port Evan will wear down your welcome. Here you can restore it, allowing you to stay longer. Write a port report. The locals are willing to update you on the news. There's no much to share. When you have Port Evan welcome, having no report. Were it not for talk of smugglers and sky beasts, you could easily confuse this place for a village on the world you left behind. It's quite peaceful here, apart from some fuss over a newspaper delivery. The villagers frown and change the subject when you ask about it. To earn the rewards, hand your port reports in to the indurate veteran. or the Prudence Secretary. They are normally found at Victory Hall and Company House, docks near New Winchester. However, they can move as the war in the Reach progresses. Okay, that was that. Port Evan? Route Benton Devil? Port Evan spills prettily across sections of... Okay. Oh, that's that, okay. The Village Green, the Nowhere Inn. First public house stands amidst a nodding corpse of apple trees. Read a work of speculative fiction. Appreciate an amount of cider. Speak to a short-sighted cryptozoologist. The heck? Intercede in a mushroomy matter. Head upstairs. What the fuck? Oh, geez. Okay, no. Just no. Let me out of here. Fuck. I have to. The fabulous work has been accepted in a number of publications, including Margatroyd's Michelini, Hearth and Heaven, and The Seasonal. He is prodigious. Which story catches your eye? The Eye of Haven, Bones in the Well, The Devil's Confession, The Vacant Throne, A Corpse at the Window, The Parson's Cookpot. Being a satirical tale of infernal ambition and mortal folly. Being a macabre tale of one soul's descent into solitude and madness. Being a thrilling tale of discovery and danger in a sky heretofore unknown. Okay. They burned the charts, for what hues were they now? The incorrigible thundered through an empty, unnamed heaven, blown with a frost wind. Ahead, a new sun blazed, the size of a penny through the forward windows. There was a long way to go. Wearing out your welcome. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, no, I want to shop. No, I don't want to sell, I want to buy. Yeah. Buy those and sell them back. I guess so. 50 sovereigns. 150 experience. Welcome is 4. Cool. Parmesan's supplies. We do need supplies. We cannot wait any more with the supplies. And I guess fuel as well. Let's just get them. Whatever. How much do we have left? 183. Not that much. Not that much. One of the looming stones is quite square, but they all slot together immaculately. Okay, whatever. This was one of them. Now we kind of have to go west and northwest. Why? What have we? On dock. I wonder if we can go this way. Let's check, I guess. Oh wait, we can... we can do this. Ooh. Facets to take. Take facet, okay. What did the winds of fate hold in store? A spell in prison. The judge, stony-faced, condemned you to New Newgate, the stalactite prison of old London. +5 veils, +3 hearts, or 5 veils and higher. Hearts. Ooh. An unlikely haul. A week before your 13th birthday, when you would be driven from the urchin gang, you took part in a daring heist, which scored an unusual haul. 1 condemned experiment for 1 cryptic benefactor. Interlude in red and gold. Scare. Scandal. Kinda wanna go with this, I guess. With the cryptic benefactor. Which one is the mirrors? I don't know which one the mirrors is. Whatever, we're getting this. And which one? With a laboratory or a trove of disgraceful secrets? Okay, silent as cats, you burgled one of the grand, gloomy mansions of old London. In a hidden attic, accessed by a stair concealed in the back of a rosewood wardrobe, you made your discovery of a forbidden laboratory. It was crammed with clattering machinery. A chipped workbench was streaked with ruddy stains. Something coiled miserably in the oily contents of a bell jar. The process was unconscionable, but results are results. Acquire these at Whirlybury Juxtamare in Albion. Yeah, okay. Or you made your discovery of a trove of disgraceful secrets. His lordship wouldn't want the contents of these letters to be revealed. In return for them, he'll pull some strings. Once. Big benefactor. A nod, a wink. They will be there when you need them. Acquire these at the Ministry of Public Decency or the Toll Tower. Let's get this. Alright. Alright, keep going, keep going. A stopped clock. The fastidious inspector approaches you in the gallery. Captain, good day. I noticed your ship's clock had stopped. Perhaps you'd permit me to repair it? She has a little case of tools and a hopeful expression. Permit it. You prefer things to be right more than twice a day. You pay engineers to deal with that sort of thing. Yeah, sure, repair it. Permit it. An opportunity for conversation. She gives a graceful flicker of a smile and sets to work. Soon she has the back off the clock and has spread tiny cogs across the galley table. Obscure her horological tools gleam brassily among them. Everything has a place. I appreciate the opportunity to keep myself busy. Staring too long at the stars is harmful to the temperament. The fastidious inspector. The fastidious inspector is attempting to fix your locomotive's clock. Okay. The fastidious inspector has a round face, brown eyes, and short, dark hair. She gives the impression of being perpetually busy. Inquire about her work. What are the duties of an agent of the horological office? Discuss the reach, the wide, wild frontier, a sunless domain but impossibly verdant with gargantuan vines, cathedral-sized bronze woods, and vivid fungal archipelagos. Compliment her skills. Her hands are deft and sure. She polishes, she cleans, she resembles. Bid her a good evening. Okay. I wonder if I can choose more. Inquire about her work. Ire calling, she sniffs. It is of fundamental importance that 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in one corner of the empire occurs at the same time as 10 o'clock on the 2nd of June in the opposite corner. How is an empire to function if it can't agree what day it is? Unfortunately, the process is complicated by the fact that time is less reliable than it was. The hours trade has seen to that. Ask for news of London. Ask about the hours trade. You've heard the Empress awards her favorites with gifts of years to extend their lives, and that you can become rich mining for hours to satisfy London's hunger for them. Oh, hours have more use than that. We use them to increase the efficiency of work worlds, to speed journeys to distant regions, to resolve overcrowding in prisons. It does make my life more difficult when time knots and stretches like wool on the loop. More difficult, but more vital. Her Majesty seized a great trove of them when she assumed the throne of ours, and now even more have been found in their reach. Miners dig them from the ground. She looks momentarily wistful. I hope someday to retire with a modest pension of years myself, to prolong the better part of my retirement. Ask about the Winchester War. There are those who feel that London is a long way away, and that they do a better job of governing themselves. The frontier attracts independent spirits. We call them Hecates, for the hobnail boots that are so practical out here. London unsurprisingly disagrees. The Windward Company earnestly represents Her Majesty's interests in the region. Sometimes very earnestly indeed. The Hecates call London's loyalists stovepipes for our hats, I suppose. She avoids looking at you. And you, Captain, where do you sympathize? Where do your sympathies lie? With London, with Hecates, you feel no loyalty to either side. Nope, to neither side. What a remarkable indulgence, she remarks, with a raised eyebrow. And back. Discuss the reach. It has an uncouth splendor, but I miss Albion and the steady light of the clockwork sun. These sunless reaches are so misty and quiet. She pauses, but critical. The territories here are rich with raw hours, and enough vegetation grows on them to feed the whole of London, even if some of it is a dubious shape. happened with Regis' son, and London has a man-made sun. How did Her Majesty defeat the old one? We whirred and we won. It's not my area of expertise, I'm afraid. That suns made the law, they say. Now Her Majesty makes it. As for the Regis' son, she looks through the window at the lightless steering mists. I don't know. Do suns grow old? Do they die of natural causes? I think that would probably be better than the alternative, wouldn't it? And her skills. Thank you, she says, a small embarrassed silence. It's possible the inspector is pleased. It's rather hard to tell. Okay. Bid her a good evening. You have work to do. To you, Captain. I think I shall make a cup of tea. Hopefully we're going towards the right direction. Lights in the distance. The stoker begins to sing a ballad about the chimneys of New Winchester. Are we getting into New Winchester again? Oh, this way we do. Can I go through here? This camp's narrow. Yes, okay, cool. Distant clamor of engine yards, a impression of smog on the windows. New Winchester. Now we're good. Go northwest and west. There was something here. I saw lights. Okay, it's just, I guess, random lights. Victory Hall. Was this something? This is the Colonial Assembly. Okay. Okay. So, actually... this is the other one. Company house. Yeah, okay. Should probably go back some. As me, as I'm so not going back. Okay, we pretty much made a circle. Yep, we are down to 2 supplies again. Geez, supplies are going by fast. Returns, what has it found? Something down there. Let's go down there then. Center Yang Plain. Oh, we gotta go in there. Oh, that is what we found. On fuel, but we have enough fuel already. Long Knuckle Pass. Who was that? Absolutely nothing. Largest Crucible. This is still not it. Dude, stop moving. Shit. One more? No, 2 more? How many more? Huh? Finally. Loot. Or the defeated marauder. To the victory, the spoil. spoils. Bring the poor fellow on board. No? The crew of the Marauder lie dead in the corridor, killed not by your guns, but knives and small arms fire. The only survivor is the captain, locked in the brig with a bottle of brandy. Chalk eyes stare back from every wall. When he ran out of chalk, he began scraping them in with his fingernails. Little remains of them but bloodied stumps. Seen this before, Captain? Says a crew member, grasping your arm. Sky madness. Magdalenes can treat it, if you can be bothered to take the poor sod. This will be in the short... Yeah, sure. Why not? Oh, I have to go to Magdalene's anyway. The hold, strip the engine for materials. Load the hold. Gain unusual cargo. Nasped jewelry box. 29 sovereigns. Successful expedition. Is that it? I do hope so. The edge of the wilderness surveilled by the vigilant watchtowers of New Winchester. The folks of the Reach are resilient, unafraid of isolation. Here, a lonely homestead stands. Okay. And dog. Okay. An opportunity offered to trade for their surplus of seeds. Oh, they do have seeds, yes. Eat your fill. This will reduce terror, and if you are starving, buy you some time. Live swiftly. Seeds, yes, please. Let's enjoy the spectacular harvest. Flowers in green and gold sprout from rickety balconies and hanging baskets that blah, 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 blah. The doors of the house visibly sag with this. Okay. Settlers sit on their porch, surrounded by pot vegetation and a sack of carefully stored seeds. Offer munition? Ah, shit. So we can't. All right. Let's see, what is this down here? How far west do we have to go? Something was west. The Acadiana. The scattered casualty of the interminable Winchester war. Oh, okay. Gleams with frost. Its windows are dark, its engine silent. Perhaps something of value lies within. More than dead, it is proper. Signal the wreck. The windows of the crew quarters are all killed with frost. What was that movement you saw? Wait. What the fuck? One crew. And terror. For fuck's sake. Probably go north. We barely have fucking... What is that called? Supplies left. We're gonna be so dead. Perkins Corp. Cops. Your bridge. What? Oh, with recent steam trails, this place is well frequented. Oh shit. Come on, yeah. Yes! Yes! We're so close. The dock captain signaler declares the crew are relieved. So, a solid land. Yes, you're down to the last wreck, so you're... Okay. Magdalene's house! This is where we are. Where we had to come. Okay, but before that... Was it this? Okay, that's done. Oh, thank God. Five. I don't care. Half of the money is gone. Okay, so Magdalene's house of small comforts. The glass spires of Magdalene's pierce the clouds like swords. The Oneric chambers treat your nightmare. Okay. The soulless chambers treat your terror. Oh. I don't know. What's going? Deliver the sky-maddened captain. Oh, there we go. You rescued him from a defeated marauder. Here he can get help. Deliver, blah, blah, blah. You now have one vision of the heavens. The terror has fallen. You've gained 100 experience score. A meeting with the amenable host. Speak with an attendant. Write a report. Oh wait, that's right. We didn't have to bring her here. We had to bring this dude here. We have to bring her somewhere northwest. Report, speak with an attendant. Therapeutic encounter. What's your name? The host will see you now. Sure, I guess. Escorts you through the dazzling violet corridors. The host's red door is always open. The attendant leaves you just as the clock begins to chime. Listen to the amenable host's requests. Conversation. Okay, reclines on the couch of brushed velvet. A goblet of sparkling wine in his long fingers. Somewhere in the tower above him, the great clock ticks away. As a policy, the host's atrium is always open to guests. He is available to hear opinions, friendly criticism, and suggestions. Today he has a headache. Oh. Listen to the amenable host's request. He beckons you close. Conversation. His schedule is busy, but he is willing to clear a little time for us skyfarer such as yourself. Conversation. He speaks of the politics of the reach, the tedium of it, and his affront that his position requires him to pay any attention at all to it. He speaks of the parties he has hosted, the lives he's healed, and the people he's saved. You begin to suspect he might have an ego. And then your time is up. I hope I haven't bored you, he says with a rare smile. One wishes to be many things in life, but never dull. Okay, listen. His voice is soft and sibilant, like butter melting in candlelight. A guest has become rather too attached to a particular attendant. He always requests that the same attendant appear in the exact same guise. The amiable host's lip curls in distaste. He reiterates the aim of Magdalene's, a place of healing and respite. It was not meant to feed obsession or self-indulgent self-loathing. This guest brings sickness. I would have him purged. I have a dossier on our guest, if you're interested in helping. The amenable host reclines on a couch of Take the dossier. The host has requested help in removing a customer who is blurring the boundaries of healer and patient. Sure. Smiles indulgently. I'm so glad you want to help. He produces a thin sliver of pages and passes them to you. I'd recommend taking on the role of one of our attendants. That way you'd be playing the role of someone significant to him. The amenable host sighs, reaching for his goblet. He knows all of our attendants by voice now. Someone new is needed. What the heck? Okay. How are we with this? There are 6%. Yeah, we're fine. I'm troubled. No, actually. Oh. Oh, that's right. We already got everything. Oh, well. Okay. Where are we going? Up north is where we are going. Learn from new experiences, the fellows. Right, take a facet. Scandal, a lost love. Heart mirrors heart iron. Moment of his inspiration. Lost love, veiling hearts. Mirrors. That's what mirrors is. Okay, and below stairs. but the gradual erosion of that which separates you from someone else. The fitting together of two lives as intricately and intimately as the threads in a tapestry or the cells in your skin. And when one of those lives ends, what remains of the other? You loved, you lost. How badly does it hurt now? Like a gnawing ache, a hole in the heart. You feel always that something is missing. In the middle of other things, you will look up and around and then remember that they will never be there. Actually, no. I think I want to do this. An interlude in red and gold. You lost your mind once. They put you in a splendid hotel managed by cherry gentlemen who would determine when you could leave. How colorful the other guests were, how red the curtains, how gold the fittings, how secure the locks. Eventually you were allowed to leave, but was your recovery genuine? Yes or no? Yes, through trial and error and determination, you learn to tell what is from what is not. The manager said he was sad to see you go. No, you just learned to lie. You said what you had to, and they sent you home. Even now, your world is red and gold and splendid. Sure, we're still crazy. Alright, come on. Where's that place where we have to bring this block something? Despite the proximity to New Winchester, Marauders prowl these glades. Oh, are we gonna get Marauder somewhere? These are the borders of the Queen's March, first step in the long journey of Albion. Who was that? Inscription on the memorial to the unknown rat is dedicated to those brave Ratus Faber who gave their lives in the early exodus of heaven. Wonders. You found and benefited from a wonder, one of the most pleasant and least menacing landmarks of the high wilderness. Wonders immediately lower terror when you draw near them, so long as you haven't visited too recently. Sometimes it's worth taking a detour to include them in your routes. Okay. Your rat returns in a huff and spends 10 minutes complaining about what is found. Hopefully it's found something good. Memorial to the unknown. Shit. Lipkinsfield, the ostensibly an old wreck broken and bent. Okay. Enter through the yawning tear in the hall. Yeah. Success. Oh, finally. Your boarding party follow you gingerly through the rent in the wreck side. The steel bones of the engine groan miserably. You'll need to hurry. Lifting your lamp, you lead your party towards the galley to scour supplies. We have 4. The magazine to retrieve ammunition. We could do that. Or munitions. The captain's quarter. Captains often keep their most unusual discoveries to themselves. Or we could do that. The crew quarters. Any valuables you find are likely to be modest, but you might be able to sell them to pawnbrokers. The engine room to scavenge fuel. Now we go with fuel. The magazine or the captain's quarters? Let's do the captain's quarters. Your party efficiently and thoroughly turns the cabin over, throwing everything of use into a frost-crackling bedsheet to be examined in better circumstances. Then you hurry back to your locomotive in time to watch the wreck split and spill its raining secrets into the sky. Now I have one otherworldly artifact. Cool. Down a red. One by one, the crew remove their heads. What the heck? That didn't lower. 21. I think it did lower. This close to the mother of mountains, the sky grows cold. Your crew don coats and gloves. Oh. %. Where do we have to go? Or is it in between? Sungrove. Ah, is this it? It's dark and peaceful here. The stars are few. Maryland. A new port. You are relieved to see land, perhaps unwisely. Yay, down to 9%. That took a while. And the Caroline travel around Caroline, into Tarsus, where most of the soul treatments take place. Soul treatment. Try to explore Caroline. Others seem to be coming and going as they please. You know what? Let's not yet. Let's try to enter the residing Devils. Write a port report. Being specialists. May we stretch, strain, purify, or strengthen you? Now you've come to Caroline. Ask her about Caroline. Okay, whatever, blah blah blah, poof. As Thursday at Caroline, what new? What then? One should not enter if one does not know how to leave. Oh? Listen to a proposal and gain access to the terrace of Caroline. Okay. Tell me. You're free to make use of Caroline. Take penance or two, alter your soul. I think you'll find our services very imaginative. There is another matter I hope you will look into. The devil in the rose-colored gloves. He used to supervise the gaslight terrace. He was removed from the position, but I fear he may still not be entirely aligned with the objectives of Caroline. If you find out anything about him, anything to his advantage, she looks grim. Bring me the evidence and I will report you. Oh. Okay. It's not. There we go. Visit the gaslight terrace. Try to enter the bell garden. The checkerboard garden. Stunned grove. Garden of insatiable roses. The fuck? Oh, woof. Gain a penance of enlightenment. Your imagination, the ability to see beyond the nearest dimension. That's what the devils are trying to evoke here. Rouge the spineless great. He sits in stocks attended on by a devilish orderly. He's I beseech you to visit them. Oh, poof. Alternate currency, what the heck? Failure. Of course. Again. There we go. Okay. Well, I'm going to call it here, guys. It is getting late. I have to wake earlier tomorrow than usual. So it has autosave. Okay, well, an interesting game, I must say. Quite an interesting game. Something definitely new from what we're used to. So yeah, this is Sunless Skies. The free game on Epic. Which of course, throughout the entirety of this time, I forgot to put the link. So there's the link. So if anybody is interested, go ahead and grab it. What the heck, Happy? I already had to get up today as well. Early. I didn't manage to sleep enough. So that's why I would like to leave today earlier so that I can maybe try and get to bed. And what the heck? Yes, I'm sure that you're trying to help. Wow. Anyway, I'm out. Next stream should be on Saturday when we're gonna be doing Wildlands, the community day. So if anybody wishes to join, you're more than welcome to. Just let me know. Even though nobody usually says anything, so you should be fine to join, whoever wants to join. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna be on Saturday. It's gonna be on Saturday at 1900 UTC, 7 p.m. GMT. Hope to see you there. But if not, then I hope to see you on whichever next stream you can join. There's, of course, exclamation mark socials for all the socials. I recommend Discord. Thank you. And I don't know. I think that's it. Until the next one, I wish you all a great day, night, evening, morning, or whatever else applies to you. And you have a good one there, guys. Bye bye.